Good morning. Thank you for joining me for Posture in the Morning. Today we're going to do a sequence that is specifically for balancing the pelvis. If you have any nerve impingement related pain or your hips are just obviously out of balance, this is for you. You're going to need a pillow or a block and a strap. You should pretty much always have those things when you're doing my videos. It's going to be 4 things, and you can do them up to 3 times in a row to increase the relief you can get if you're having symptoms. Having a balanced pelvis is always a great idea, so I can recommend this for anybody. The first thing we're going to do is lie on our back with our knees bent. We'll put the pillow between our knees and grip the ground with our toes. Put our palms out to the side or above us, palms up. And we're going to squeeze the pillow, holding it for 2 to 5 seconds, and then relaxing. You want to do that 20 times. You're going to press and relax. And try to exhale as you press, exhaling all the air out of your body. Inhaling and relaxing. Now it's also very important to make sure that you're not rolling your back up or down or lifting your hips when you're pressing. You really want to allow your body to negotiate this movement within your hips only. If your back is rolling up or down, that's creating a compensation, an unnecessary muscle coupling that you can separate with the power of your mind. Don't give up your big toe pressure. If you feel like you really got it down, you can press as hard as you want. Great. And now we're going to set our pillow beside us. And we're going to get our strap. We'll put our strap over our thighs, just above our knee. You want to get 2 to 3 inches of space, maybe 4 between your knees. Give your strap an extra wrap if it doesn't have a secure fastener. And we're going to get in the same position we were before, gripping the ground with our toes. Hips settled, back and stomach relaxed. Hands beside or above you with your palms up, and then press out on the strap for 2 to 5 seconds. And relax, preferably exhaling when you're pressing and relaxing as you inhale. And our straps in the previous exercise, the flexor press, will both work to balance the position of your pelvis. Because our legs are trapped in a position that's relatively unmoving, the force is redirected around our legs and hips and tricks our body into creating a symmetrical engagement, because your body isn't going to send both legs one way or the other. So it will inherently find a balance when you're doing these activities. Okay, now set your strap beside you. I'm going to get my timer out and set it for 1 minute. In this next position, I call the hip grip. You want to take your 2 fingers of each hand and put them on your hip bones. Put your thumb around the side. Now you have your pelvis in your hand. I want you to, without moving your left foot to the midline, keeping it just where it is, lined up with your hip, put your right ankle on your left thigh. Now evaluate your hip position with your hands. If it feels like one side is higher than the other, and it very well may be, adjust your hips so that you're still in a neutral position. And now, as long as you can maintain that neutrality, you can press your upper knee away from you and roll your hips forward a little bit to put tension on the position. And now it's very important to make sure your pelvis stays in this neutral balanced position, because this activita is training your body to hold your pelvis in a good position under tension. And we're just going to hang on to it for 1 minute. And that was 1 minute, so we're going to unbind our ankle. Keep your hands on your hips, bind the other way. Now remember not to let your foot move to the inside as you bring your other leg and place it on it. Make sure your hips are still in a neutral position. Press your top knee away from you. Roll your hips forward a little bit. And then keep your hips in your hands and take very deep breaths for 1 minute. And that was 1 minute. We're going to do our final Activita in this sequence, we're going to put the bottoms of our feet together, letting our knees rest out to the sides. Take our hands up, interlace our fingers, press our palms together, straighten our arms extremely, and inhale as we bring them behind our head. If your elbows have to bend, that's where you need to stop, and then come back up over your chest. Now, the first three activitas were to balance the pelvis. This one is going to promote extension, or the opposite of being hunched over, in the thoracic spine. By taking your straight arms, you move your shoulder blades down your back and press up against your upper back, using your own body to create extension. However, if your elbows bend even a little bit, your shoulder blade will be released from your arm and it'll stop moving together. So it's very important not to cross the threshold where your elbows must bend if you have one. And we want to do it about 20 times. Okay. Great job. That was my special pelvis balancing series. So now, get up, walk around a little bit, check in with your body. If you're having sciatica or some other nerve referral pain in your legs or your hips, you want to feel that you have more comfort, you might have less numbness, or any other positive feeling. You'll probably have that, and if you do, you can continue to do this series 2 more times in a row to increase the effect. If you're not having a lot of symptoms, 1 round should restore the position just fine. And continue to do this on a daily basis until your symptoms go away. Have a good one. Thanks for joining me.